How do you know that he's not the father?
He had intercourse once and I was pregnant.
Submitted to the county. I still have that application. The mother informed me that I'm not the father, and so that was an issue that was kind of up in the air until now.
Ms. Gonzalez, you'll need to sit down, please.
Oh, sorry, I got some documents.
Thank you. Does the state wish to reset to October 5th then?
Yes, Your Honor. The mother is asking for DNA testing. However, since this is his first appearance, the state is in agreement to a reset.
All right. I'm going to reset this matter until October 5th, 2023 at 8:30. And both of you are ordered to return on that date.
Is that going to be a virtual meeting, or do we know yet?
I think probably.
And
What do you
Your
think?
Honor, you stated that was October 5th, 2023, correct?
Right,
Okay, and it will be at 9 a.m.
9.
Yes, and it will be on Zoom.
Okay.
You'll
And I
get
will-
notice of the Zoom, the meeting ID.
Okay.
All right, Ms.
I'll look
Gonzalez,
forward
did you
Notification.
understand what we're doing?
Yes, I just had a few questions.
I don't know that I can answer them. Go ahead.
So from what Ms. Fuentes has said, her first notations of November 1st and order DNA testing will be disregarded today, and we will continue with the reset. Is that true?
I don't know anything about a previous notes about DNA testing. Do you, Ms. Phillip?
This was
Yes,
before.
Judge. Originally, I was planning to ask for DNA testing since the mother had requested and let me know that she believes he is not the father. I had discussed it with Mr. Kantro, and I thought he was in agreement to DNA testing as well, but I think he may have changed his mind.
Do you, Mr. Kantro, tell me your position on whether or not you want a DNA test.
My position is that's still an option that's on the table. However, I'd like to review the paperwork that was emailed to me. I'd like to have a lawyer's opinion on that. And I would like to, I want to know that this child is going to be cared for the best that she can be.
Of course.
She was born when Destiny and I were married. And so I guess the court looks at it as if I'm a presumed father, and I don't know all of the legal maneuvering that may take place, but I want to be able to keep my options open at this time.
All right, then we will see you in October.
Thank
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'd also just like to inform you from the hearings. It was from my hearing. It was told that Monalina stood the application that I left there at the house, told him to turn in, did not get filled out. But I went last week to the Collin County's office, and this is that current birth certificate with his name on it as the father, Ken Kantro, and it is signed here.
By whom?
It's just a certificate of vital records, original copy, and it says Ken Lewis father and mother as I her mother, and this was filed on October 28th, 2022, 2 days after she was born.
Does it have his signature on it?
It has Stacy Kemp, County Clerk's locals.
I'm asking if it has his signature on it. Mr. Kantro.
Like a written signature?
Yes, a signature.
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. We will see you in October.
Thank you.
you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Show that the parties are currently married and that no divorce has been filed at this time. There is a question of whether or not Mr. Kantro is the father of the child. So the parties are asking for DNA testing. I'll go ahead and call the parties to just get some testimony.
Okay.
I called the mother, Destiny Gonzalez. Miss Gonzalez, could you state your full name?
My name is Destiny Devon Renee Gonzalez.
And what's the name of the child involved in this case?
Monalina's name is Monalina Linaa Gonzalez Kantro.
And how old is the child?
The child will be 1 year old on October 26th of this month.
And ma'am, at this time, do you believe that Mr. Kantro is the father of the child?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and how do you know that he's not the father?
We met November 2021. He had intercourse once, which was December. I had started my period that day, took a test, I was negative. I didn't see him again until February. I was already pregnant by January 21st.
Okay,
And I didn't see him again until February of 2022. And I was pregnant already. I was sleeping with another man, and I had not seen him after a negative test. And I was sleeping with another man for a whole month straight. So,
okay. And are you asking for DNA testing?
yes, ma'am.
And are you asking for a reset to December 6th, 2023 at 9 a.m.?
You said 26?
No, December 6th, 2023.
Okay, yes, I wrote that down. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, when did you and Mr. Kantro get married?
We got married of July 16th, 2022. We knew I was pregnant, and we knew we hadn't seen each other of that month. He went to San Antonio with his friends, and we knew I was already pregnant. It's just that he wanted to step forward and take a decision that I told him he didn't necessarily have to step in or make. So,
Okay. Pass a
I'm
witness.
sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat the date that you got married?
July 16th, 2022.
Thank you.
The state calls the father Ken Kantro. Mr. Kantro, could you state your full name?
Ken Lewis Kantro.
And sir, are you asking for DNA testing in this case?
Yes, I am.
And to your knowledge, is it possible that you may not be the father?
I believe I am the father. The testimony that Ms. Gonzalez gave was inaccurate. She and I did meet in November. Well, we met in October or November, but we went on our first date in November of last year. We spent Christmas together of last year. We were repetitively seeing each other, and when she informed me that she was pregnant, she informed me that she thought I was the father.
Okay, so you're not sure and you want DNA testing to verify?
Yes, I've talked with an attorney about my options, and I think the best thing to do for the child would be to establish first that I'm the father, and then for me to take responsibility as is the proper thing to do.
And sir, do you have a divorce pending at this time?
I've talked with an attorney. We're in the process of preparing the documents to file the divorce. And so I'm not sure. I would have to find out from the attorney whether he feels it's best to file a divorce petition prior or subsequent to receiving the results of the.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not understanding you. You're kind of muffled.
I'm sorry. Let me say that again. I would have to talk with the attorney to find out if he feels it's advisable to file the divorce petition prior to or subsequent to the determination of the DNA analysis.
Okay, pass a witness.
All right. Kind of unusual circumstances, I guess, here. Okay, all right, y'all agreed to DNA, I guess is where we are. So let's go ahead and do a paternity test order. We're resetting to December 6th for our final trial on your case. The Attorney General's office will notify each of you of where you're supposed to go do DNA. You don't have to do DNA together. Obviously, Ms. Gonzalez, you got to take the child when you go, and we'll have the results when we come back on December 6th. If a divorce is filed, even whether it's before or after, you have to include this child as a child that was born during the marriage. Because any children that are born during the marriage, even if they're not yours, should be included in there. And I'm not to say that you have to pay child support or anything like that for them, but you have to tell the judge when you get divorced that there was a child born. You can further clarify if we find out that you're not the father, that you aren't the father in the divorce decree, or that you are, but you have to list that child. It doesn't really matter. Whatever the DNA test results say, you have to put it in there. So make sure you inform your attorney about that, depending on what you decide. Either way, you have to include the child. All right, that's all we need to discuss today. We'll see y'all back here on December 6th. If you don't hear anything at all from the Attorney General's office about your DNA testing 2 weeks after today, then give them a call. But otherwise, they should be emailing or texting or sending you a letter about where to go do your DNA testing. Y'all are done with court today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Do I have a contact phone number to contact the Attorney General's office? Do you have that available for me?
There's a 1-800 number. You can look it up on your phone.
Will do. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
When I had met the plaintiff, she was already pregnant, and she kept his real father out of his life for about 2 years. I just don't feel it necessary for me to have to pay support when his real father is seeing him consistently.